Good afternoon. We just wanted to do a startup video for you on this Railway Express truck, 1947 Ford, and just give you a startup video on how to go about starting this vehicle. Many people aren't familiar with the older vehicles and what they entail, but I'd just do a quick video for you. So looking at the dash, I've labeled the different knobs and switches for you. So we see all the way to the right here is a choke lever. Then there is a fast idle lock. So as the vehicle is warming up, you can pull that out and it'll keep the idle at a higher idle for you for when it's running to warm up the vehicle before you take off. The light switch. This particular vehicle, the way it is set up, it has an ignition switch here on the steering column. The key actually locks the steering column and locks the ignition switch so that you can't start the vehicle. With the key turned in the unlock position, you can move the ignition switch over to the on position, and then you would hit the start button over here. So I'm going to demonstrate that from the beginning for you. So for cold starts, pull the choke out all the way, grab the fast idle knob, slowly pull that out to about ½ an inch away from the dash to make sure your key is turned to on, and then flip your ignition switch. It does not have a safety switch for the clutch, so you don't have to have the clutch pushed in, but you want to make sure it's in neutral because it will move the vehicle forward. So safety wise, just push the clutch in, hit the start button, and the vehicle runs. Push the choke off and you're good to go. We'll try that again. It has been running, so I don't need the choke right now. So we'll come back over to our start button, give it a little bit of gas. As you can see, the fast idle knob is out. If you pull it further, the vehicle revs up higher. Push it back in. Vehicle comes down to a nice slow idle. It is a 4-speed transmission. First gear all the way over to the left and up, followed down to second, up and over to third, down to fourth, all the way to the right and down is reverse. Adjust the vehicle down, find your ignition off switch, flip it to off, cuts the ignition system off. On the dash here also is your wiper motor. Now the wiper motor runs off of engine vacuum pressure. So the only way your wipers will work is if you are running the engine, because it needs vacuum pressure from the intake system. So to start the engine back up again, flip the start switch, get it started. If you happen to have to be in the rain, a little button here, pull it out, push it in, out. We'll build some pressure. You'll see the wiper start to move. As long as the button is out, there's vacuum pressure to move the wiper blades. Not a lot. The faster they rev, the more they work. Push it back in, shuts them off. On the floor next to the driver's seat is the opening for the battery. Battery is mounted there. This particular vehicle is a positive ground system. So the positive cable goes to the negative side of the battery. It will not start if the cables are switched opposite.